Demonstrate what's called the morphological search and how this is a really useful tool for you in identifying words. So I want to start by opening the SBL, Greek New Testament. So I have the Greek New Testament here, open to John 17. And I can go through and say I'm trying to identify every noun in this sentence. I could go through and I could see and mouse over each word and see, okay, that's a pronoun based on what I see at the bottom. That's a verb. Oh, okay, here we have a noun. Okay, this is the conjunction, this is a verb, and I can see that in the bottom left. But that's a relatively tedious process, and it doesn't immediately show me what I'm looking for. Another way to do that and to find similar information would be to open an English Bible and to do an interlinear, but then include in that interlinear the morphology. Now, as I look down, I'm going to be looking for anything with a N in front of it, which tells me it's a noun. So I can click through that and find, okay, I have a noun here. I have a noun here based on the second part of that, NAPM. And I can continue through that way identifying nouns. But again, this is not a tremendously efficient way to identify Greek nouns. So I want to show you how to do what's called a morph search. What's going to be very helpful for this first is to do a corresponding text in other books. In the visual filter section, those are the three dots, three-dot triangle. Go to corresponding text in other books and highlight search results. That means when I do this search, it's going to highlight the results in this passage. Now say I'm trying to identify every noun in John 17. Every noun in John 17. This is what that process would look like. So I'm going to go into my search. The default is to do an all search. That's going to search all your books, all your Bibles, everything. But if you go over to more here, you'll see a morphology or just morph option. This opens up a really excellent resource and tool. This is specifically searching my Greek New Testament, so I have the SBL selected. It's searching all morph text, which is Logos tagged morphological text. And I just want to change this passage to be just specifically in John 17, 1 through 5. That's where I want this to look. I want it to just look John 17, 1 through 5. Now, here it gives you some instructions on how to do these searches, but the simple way to do this is to type the @ symbol, and that opens up your morphology pane. So this little panel here, I can then start selecting exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to look for nouns. So now I automatically filled that in, and then it also gives me more options if I want to select accusative, plural, gendered, etc. But I just want to do just nouns, and the code for that is morph.g:(n). So now it's going to search based on the morphology in Greek. It's going to search just for the nouns. It's looking in the Greek New Testament, and it's looking for John 17, 1 through 5. Now I hit enter, and now I see all of those results. And I see that there's 19 results in 5 verses. And because I have corresponding search results highlighted, I can see all of those immediately highlighted for me. And of course, I can mouse over each of those and see that it's the case and the gender and etc., all the information about it. But I can instantly see, okay, here are the 19 nouns in John 17, 1 through 5. I can do the same thing if I want to get even more narrow. Instead of just nouns, I can click nouns. Sorry, I'm going to go backspace. N tells me nouns, and maybe I just want the nouns that are genitive. So I'm only looking for genitive nouns here. And I hit enter, and now I realize there are only 2 nouns in John 17, 1 through 5, that are in the genitive case. And of course, I can expand this search and say, okay, what about all of John? So now I can see there are 500 words, 500 nouns that are in the genitive case in John. And also, as I scroll through here, all of those are going to be highlighted because those are part of the active search field. This is a really useful tool for really searching a huge variety of features. I could look for conjunctions and do the same thing. And now I'm going to see all of my conjunctions highlighted. Or I could do prepositions, and I can see just the prepositions in this passage highlighted. So a really powerful tool. It's called the Morph search, available in the free version of Logos. And there also is a way to do this in mobile. You just need to know the code for those things. So the best way to do that is to do it once in a desktop version, such as just be familiar with, okay, if I want to search for nouns in the accusative, I need to know to type, I can just type the at symbol, NA, at NA. And if I do that in a mobile search, it's going to give me the same readout, same results. But obviously the desktop version is a little bit more user-friendly. So that is the Morph search in Logos, and it's an incredibly helpful way to quickly identify words in a passage that you're looking for. Thank you.